This is Van X of X Conservative News. Okay, we are going to go over the Thune Save Act, Save America Act, right? Okay. But let's get the advertisements out of the way. And first, let me introduce myself more. Of X Conservative News, MAGA only news source. I didn't flip like the grifters. Day one MAGA, still MAGA. Follow on X, Twitter, Russell Neal VX on Twitter. No Mercy app, the alarm that won't let you quit. Wake up, no excuses. Get it on Google Play. You get a 7-day free trial. And the price is not correct there. You have to look on what the current price is on Google Play. I think it's a different price now. Credits and shout outs. Eric Daugherty. Here goes my dyslexia again. I believe it's at Eric Doe. Shared the clip. The Benny Show, the original interviewer at Benny Johnson. Republican Tim Burchett unloaded on Thune. So this is a call to action. This is a call to action. We have the path one. We have a talking filibuster. We need to force the Democrats to hold the floor. Path two, we need to nuke the filibuster. Simple majority kills the 60 vote rule. 53 GOP seats, 51 needed, votes needed. House passed February 11th. Urgent. Call to action. You need to call 202-222-3121 and express the need for the SAVE Act. Demand the SAVE Act now. Ask for Senator Thune's office. You're not going to get Senator Thune, most likely. You're going to get one of his representatives. Go ahead and let them know how you feel. Don't yell at them. Don't scream at them. Don't be violent. Express your demands as a legal citizen, what you want to happen, and they should listen to you. Now I'm going to let Lacerta take it away. And then after Lacerta is done talking, we're going to listen to some of the interview by The Benny Show that was shared by Eric Daugherty. I'm probably saying his name wrong. I feel dumb. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. Forgive me. It doesn't matter how many times I talk to you. I'm gonna butcher your name. All right, Lacerta, take it away.
Call to action. Share the hell out of this very essential interview. Thune must nuke the filibuster or use the talking filibuster. He is not doing his job. Senate switchboard, 202-224-3121. Ask for Senator Thune's office. 5 minutes of pressure compounds. If you do nothing else, just call and say, I demand you pass the Save America Act as a representative of the Republican Senate, then hang up. If you want to roast him properly, here's a script for when his staffer says he doesn't have the votes, then use the talking filibuster. It is already in the rules, no rule change required. Force every Democrat to physically stand on the floor and defend blocking what 87% of Americans want. J.D. Vance has publicly warned that Democrats will torch the filibuster the second they regain power. You don't preserve a weapon they've already promised to destroy. You have 53 Republicans, that's why you carry the title Majority Leader. Twist arms on Collins, Murkowski, Tillis, and McConnell. That is the job. President Trump has named this his number one legislative priority. You don't tell the president you don't have the votes, you get the votes. That's what being a leader is. The House passed this February 11th, 3 months of stalling under your watch. Every day you delay is a day closer to midterms with no voter ID in place. Burchett is right, Thune is the choke point, and South Dakota voters get the final word in 2028. Follow Van X for more breakdowns like this. I'm so tired of this gutless Republican behavior.
Okay, in the video here, it says, boom, Republican Tim Burchett just unloaded on Senator John Thune after he said, I don't have the votes to get Save America Act done. I'm so tired of this gutless American. Gutless Republican behavior, that is. We need leaders. We don't need talkers. And right now, we got a bunch of talkers. I think he's way off the mark. He needs to use that bully pulpit and exert a little pressure. The reasoning where we're the reason where we are at is that's not a proper sentence, is it? The reason where we are at is the Trump agenda. That must be a mistake there. I apologize. I can't read that, or that's not a proper sentence. It's not the congressional or the senatorial agenda, and we continuously fumbled all the way through this thing. So this was on the Benny show. Find that video and watch the whole thing. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. I'm going to play some of the highlights here. Okay, here we go.
Supposed to be that, but you know what I mean. But we've got to come together, and we got to figure this thing out, because we are not doing it right now, and we need to kick these folks out that are.
We need to kick these folks out that are dragging us down. Isn't that the truth? I mean, look what happened when Pam Bondi got eliminated by Trump, and it was like the best thing for the DOJ. Things started to happen that weren't happening. And she, in my opinion, I'm sure she works hard and she's good at what she does. But to be honest, she seems kind of like a DEI hire. I don't think she acted strongly, and she was put into that position like it seemed like all the others for PR. I'm not convinced any of them have done their job in the FBI, in the DOJ, although Kash Patel seems to be a lot stronger now after he's gone. He has been more vocal, at least. I have to dig deep into his track record, but I mean, really, a lot of people within the Republican Party are, rhinos and fakes, and they're just out of touch with modern times. And you might say what you want about Trump and his age. What is he, like almost 80? I think he's 79 or 80 years old, right? But he is a modern person. He thinks more modernly than modern people. He's just a quick thinker. He is in tune with modern times. Just because he's not out there like young people messing around on whatever, TikTok. He does post a lot of stuff online, though. But just because he's not like you, he can't make a selfie like you, and he's like not from that generation, doesn't mean he's not in tune with technology. I mean, look what he's doing. He personally has convinced me to vote, and I didn't vote before there was a President Trump. I didn't vote before Donald Trump came into office and proved that there was something to vote for in modern times. Okay, my entire life, I've never seen anyone worth voting for. And it seems like the United States has a long history of corruption, even in the Republican Party. And Donald Trump has changed that. And Elon Musk with Doge. Doge was the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. And Iron Mountain. Look up Iron Mountain. We have to audit people within ourselves that aren't doing their job and dragging their feet, like John Thune.
They're dragging us down.
Do you mean John Thune? And do you mean
John Thune? That is exactly who I think, in my opinion, is the biggest problem right now in the Republican Party.
John Cornyn? What's your message to John Thune on this? Because this really infuriated the base for him to say, I made a speech and I wrote a strongly worded letter, and that's all I'm going to do to pass the SAVE Act, which, of course, all available polling and all available data analysis shows that the SAVE Act, if enacted, would actually flip a number of blue states red.
I mean, come on. Most of Los Angeles, if they fixed Los Angeles, Los Angeles is, I think it's the biggest populous city by population, not by land mass. It's the biggest city, not by land mass, but by actual population. I think it is in the United States anyway. Now, obviously, Beijing is going to be bigger. China and India is bigger than the United States in population. But Los Angeles now, that's a huge city. And they strategically, it was actually, California, in my opinion, was ruined by Ronald Reagan, a Republican, with the amnesty, and making amnesty caused California to be blue ever since. So it's the Republicans causing a lot of problems, but it's not the Republicans, because it's the fake Republicans putting the Democrats in charge. The Democrats are like the mafia. They are not even like a political organization. They have not done anything for America, zero. They have great talking points a lot of the times, but they never fix anything. They don't have great talking points when it comes to the border. They're just, that's just like displacement so they could get votes. And then they are messing with the electoral. And when you have that electoral power, you can, have much more say of who the president is. California has the most electoral power. So this is essential to do to keep the United States intact, a constitutionally run country. And for all the talk about blah, 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 rights, this and that, the Democrats are all about this and all about that. When it comes to putting their foot down, they don't really support the Constitutional Party, which is the Republican Party, which makes much more sense. And they always run on, abstract things, which they know cannot work. And in my opinion, this is all just communist propaganda 101. It's techniques to break down the United States by forcing policies that will destruct the country.
And would make red states even redder. New Mexico, for instance, would flip red if only legal American citizens voted something that's a 80-20, 90-10 issue. But John Thune says that he wrote a really nice letter about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, and I'm sure he gave a great speech. But the reality is we need leaders, Benny. We don't need talkers. And right now we got a bunch of talkers. And when people just keep...
What you can do is you could call that number, urgent call to action message that I have up in the corner, in the bottom corner of the screen there. You can call Senator Thune and demand the SAVE Act now, and for him to get it done. It's time is running out. It might even be too late now, but go ahead and try. It's we might be able to get it done somehow. Might be able to get it done somehow. He's probably not going to listen, but you might as well hit him up. That's the government is supposed to represent you, and that's part of it, is for you to be able to call. You need to call Thune and tell him you're displeased with his stance on the SAVE Act.
Just keep real. I've been in that fight before. I helped kick out our last Speaker of the House. It was one of 6 or 7 of us. I can't remember how many it was. And it's a tough gig. But if it...
Okay, so this is not my video. I don't want to keep playing it. But that's I didn't play the start of it, and the start of it is pretty good too. You definitely want to you want to watch this video. I have Eric Daugherty. Did I say your name right? I follow him, and I think everyone should follow him. Look at this. He has over 1 million followers. And yeah, this guy is really pushing it hard and doing great things for MAGA and the United States. And we need him. We need him. We need Benny. Let me see if I'm saying this right. The Benny Show. The Benny Show. Benny Johnson, we need you. And yes, we need Tim Burchett. Burchett. You know, if I could just fix my dyslexia, I can be so powerful, but then I wouldn't have dyslexia to be powerful. Powerful thinker. But that's all I got for you. This is just an insane thing going on. Go ahead and like that video and share it. I need your support desperately to stay in this and to keep posting. You have to support this. Drop a comment. We got to beat that algorithm. We got to make me strong so I can get more messages out. And like this ad says, I didn't flip like the grifters. Day one MAGA, still MAGA. Think of all the people who have flipped on Trump and exposed themselves as leftists with a Republican name. John Thune, is that you?